I'm very excited today to talk to you about the Snowshoe XL. It is a 5-inch fat bike tire made by the Vee Tire company. The Snowshoe XL is a 5-inch or 4.8 fat bike tire. This particular one is 120 TPI and weighs in at 180 grams, and it's studdable. It doesn't have any of the studs in it. Actually, it's just the holes are there for the studs. And this is the silica model. If you look at the top of the box, the Snowshoe actually comes in several compounds. Normal compound, dual compound, and silica. Now, the silica has been used in tires, not necessarily bike tires, but automotive tires for almost 20 years now. That's when they started mixing it with the carbon black, which is the stuff that makes tires black. And they were doing that to try to decrease rolling resistance. Now, it's only in recent years that the technology has gotten to a point where it's actually working. So adding silica to tires, there's like 3 main benefits. It decreases the rolling resistance, which means that you're going to need less energy in order to roll the tire. It also provides more flexibility in the cold, so that when you're rolling over things in the snow, like on ice, then it's actually able to conform to the ground a little bit better. And the real thing I'm interested in, it offers more grip in wet conditions, which during the spring, summer, and fall, actually all year round, when you have wet conditions, it gets slippery, whether it's in snow or wet rocks or wet stumps. Casing options for the Snowshoe include 72 and 120 TPI. These are 120s. And 2-ply casing to reinforce the sidewalls against damage in extreme terrains. And they also have a folding bead technology. So let's unbox them and see what they look like. And like with all these 120 TPIs there, and with folding beads, they can fold up into a very tight space. Actually, it looks like a bit like a fruit roll-up to me, a licorice fruit roll-up. This is one huge tire. Silica compound, 120 TP, tubeless radio. I wasn't aware of that. Oh, and it's directional. This is massive. One of the big questions when you mount a tire up to a rim is, how wide is it? Well, mounted up to a 80mm rim, I have 5 pounds of air. The tire comes in at 109.8 millimeters, and that is from knob to knob. So it's not the actual carcass. And that translates into how many inches? 4.3 inches. So it's still not quite a 5-inch tire, but it's still big. Looking at the Snowshoe, which is a 4.5-inch tire, this actually comes in at 101.69 millimeters, which is 4 inches. The big difference, besides the width, is that the measurement on the Snowshoe is from the side of the tire, whereas on the XL is from the knob, because the knob extends up further than the edge. Looking at the Snowshoe and the Snowshoe XL side by side, there's some obvious differences. The Snowshoe XL has the textured pattern in between the knobs, whereas the Snowshoe does not. The XL has the aggressive shoulder knobs that extend past the side wall of the tire. The regular Snowshoe does not. And as well, that the XL is a much larger tire, about a ½ inch bigger than the regular Snowshoe. So there's a huge difference between the two tires. The XL looks like to be a much more aggressive tire for the trail.